Hello everyone, it's me Dr. Kapil Joshi and I am going to explain about research versus research ethics. I know you are thinking about this word versus. Versus means whenever we are conducting research, it should be in a genuine way, systematic way and be honest during the research. So whenever we are conducting research, we have to generate some key points. Like I'm talking about research. What is research? Research is a systematic way or research is a systematic process of finding answer to the question. So I must say research should be in a genuine way. So in one line I have noted that is the standard definition or it can be a statement in terms of research ethics. So research ethics refers to the moral principles and professional standards that guide researchers in conducting and reporting their work responsibly, whether we are writing a research paper, conducting experiments, collecting data, or publishing findings. It's all about your ethical practices. So ethical practices are more important and to ensure the credibility and integrity of research. That's the pure statement of research. Another one is the primary objective of research ethics is to promote honesty, transparency, accountability, and respect for intellectual property. So ethical research helps produce reliable results, protects the rights of participants, and strengthens public trust in scientific findings. So, but before starting research ethics, we have to understand the meaning of research. So meaning of research, it's a part of education, science, technology, and innovative futures. So every new discovery, invention, medicines, and technological advancement in the result of research. So in simple word, research is a systematic process where we are finding some solutions and solving problems through observation, investigation, experimentation, and analysis. So it's all about experimental work. It's all about explanation of some solutions. So whenever we try to understand something in a scientific manner and generate new knowledge, so we are performing research. And for example, if we are taking an example, so if doctor wants to know whether a new medicine is effective, so they conduct research, number one. Similarly, if engineer want to develop a smarter AI system, so they perform research to test and improve their ideas. So these are the two examples whether we are conducting research or doing something else. So basically research helps us to finding the ideas, more ideas we are generating some ideas, and research helps us discover new knowledge, number one. Number two, solve real world problems. Number three, improve existing technologies. Number four, smarter decision making. Number fifth, contribute to social and economic development. These are the 5 headings whenever we are conducting our good research. So there are different types of research. The first is it's all about your basic research. Second is your applied research. Number third is your systematic or empirical research. So it's all about the research. When we divide this research into the different segments, so we can conduct in terms of the introduction, literature, proposed methodology, results, conclusion, and future scope. These are the subheadings of any technical research, technical research or experimental research. So now we are discussing about research ethics. Research ethics means it refers to the moral principles, professional standard, and guidelines that govern the conduct of research. So in simple words, research ethics tells us what researcher would do and what they should avoid while conducting research. So there are 4 major objectives of research ethics. Number 1, research findings are reliable. Number 2, research participants are protected. Number 3, intellectual property is respected. And number 4, scientific integrity is maintained. So in third line, whenever we discuss intellectual property, it's all about IPR. You know the meaning of it, intellectual property rights. All patents, your copyrights, and some legal documents which comes under the IPR. So research ethics, it's all about the objectives. So objectives should be clear. Number 1, discuss what is meant by and there should be ethical standard in biomedical research. Number 2, identity ethical issues in biomedical research which would amount to scientific misconduct. Number 3, explain the role of an ethics review committee. And number 4, construct a set of guidelines for members of ethics review. So now research ethics generally involves the application of fundamental ethical principles to planning, conducting and publishing of our research. This is the main objective and this is the basic principle of research ethics whenever we are planning, conducting or publishing of research. So some guiding principles are autonomy and respect and beneficence and non-maleficence. These are the 3 major guidelines of research principles. So in terms of, apart from these, justice, scientific validity and honesty, these are the different aspects, or these are the different principles of research ethics. Generally, student activities, it says about the identity ethical issues in following scenarios. So these are the similar groups. 2 graduate students have made some measurement on a new material. So generally they are conducting some kind of hypothesis. And then 2 students considered the 2 data points, which generally refers to the theoretical curve. So unethically or unethical, as it would amount to generate some kind of data. And second is, it should include outliers and give some other reasons and find out the statistical measurement of the outlines. So number 2, a group of medical students, they are conducting research on the awareness of diabetic diet in medical clinic participants, and their research generally was recognized as the best undergraduate research. And later on they submitted same research paper to 2 different journals to see which journal publishes it first. So it should not be repeated like this. Whenever we are preparing some kind of articles and we are submitting in different journals at the same time, so it should not be like this whenever we are doing this. So kindly avoid this term. Unethically, as it would result in some other double entities, double counting, or some extra weightage we are getting so of the results. So single study which distort the available evidence. So it would give a false idea of the numbers of publication in a given area. So we are just wasting our time or wasting our resources on the new review or publication production process. So it should submit to the one journal, wait for response, and prior to submitting to another one. Now, group number 3, students, they are required to prepare a research proposal during their undergraduate program. So similarly, we are saying several months later on, we found that the similar ideas had been submitted as a research proposal by his friend without his knowledge. So this is the another agenda of research ethics. So unethically, it's just kind of a failureness or give some credit to the person whose ideas it is an intellectual property amount to the plagiarism. So it should be discussed and include as a co-author. Group number 4. There are 4 friends. They decided to work together on a research project during the vacations. So one of them went abroad during the vacations and did not contribute to the research. So the friend include all names in a presentation made at a scientific congress or scientific conference. It can be any conference, international or national conference. So they are misconducting or some kind of unethical, as they are following some kind of rules, contributed rules. Intellectual should be cited as an author. So those who contribute in another way, it may be acknowledged. I think so. So this is the another group. This is a totally different group. A group of undergraduate students. They are planning a research project on the detection of fetal abnormalities in the second time setter. So by ultrasound scanning, they collected data from scan room without informing the mothers, without acknowledgement. They are getting some data and they are verifying it. So the final conclusion of it, unethical as informed consent was not taken, number one. Number two, students have informed mother of their intent even though there is no particular advantage or disadvantage to the mother is doing so. So this is the group number 6. A group of undergraduate students, they are collecting data from a group of bank officers with their consent regarding their working hours and salary with regard to the prevalence of high blood pressure. So similarly, some researchers gave the same data to the another group who were in need of the same data variable. So we are concluding this group so unethically as violating principles of consent and confidentiality. So data can be used for secondary purpose which was not first considered as long as. So informed consent for sharing has given, number one. Number two, identifies some kind of misconduction. And number third, due consideration to the access restrictions. So these are the restrictions parameter we are considering it. At last, develop ethical guidelines for data sharing. So now the question is, why should there be research ethics? So generally to protect participants, patents, some kind of the society, resources and researchers. There are many more things. And to ensure accuracy of scientific knowledge. At last, to protect intellectual and property rights. So to protect it, we want to protect this kind of activities or some kind of issues. We are just preserving it. So participant in some kind of societies and resources. So protect from the harm, number one. Number two, show respect. Number three, refrain from some kind of the activities. So when do incentives amount to the number of person we are giving to the person. So I have mentioned some reference line like ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. So this is the purely article. We can take help from this article. So refrain some kind of the areas or some kind of the groups. So ensure favorable risk benefit ratios. So risk should be minimized and potential benefit to the society must be overtaken. So normally we are saying to ensure accuracy of scientific knowledge, it should be mathematically and correctly we are getting some kind of scientific validity, we are saying. And then we have mentioned few lines. Number one, do not gloss research methods. Number two, research should not fantasy, modified or omit data. Similarly, some authors, they are doing in a parallel way. Use actual data for analysis. Another number is cannot include someone else your data. Reports errors. Be aware of conflict of research or conflict of interest. Research should not withhold or any kind of some other information. Keep data and material for 5 years. And last is data and material should be available to the others. So these are the points I have mentioned in a detail. But right now I am explaining few points. Among all these points, I am explaining few major points. So to protect intellectual and property rights, so citations and authorship. Number one. Number two, that is the order or number of contributors. They are mentioning some kind of numbers. So order of contribution we are saying. So actual researchers and approval must be conducted, including all the names. So whenever somebody else's work is quoted, a reference should be made to the original author. It's all about the privacy or plagiarism. So plagiarism is a major concern. So breaches of ethics in research would amount to scientific misconduct. This is the standard line we are saying. And scientific misconduct, what is it? Fraud, invention, fabrication of your data. Number one. Number two, plagiarism. Again, I am saying plagiarism, that is, we are copying data or some ideas we are copying, text without acknowledge or sources. And privacy, normally we are generating some kind of documents and we are taking help from any copyright issues, and we are getting some data from any legal documents. So this, it's all about your privacy. And number four, submitting or publishing the same paper to the different journal. We are submitting one paper to the journal and similarly we are submitting to the another journal. So it's not be happening like this. It's all about the scientific misconduct. So scientific misconduct, we are I'm just explaining again. So not informing a collaborators of your intent to file a patent in order to make sure that you are the sole inventor. And number two, include a colleague as an author on a paper in return for a favor, even though the colleagues did not make a serious contribution to the paper. So it's all about the scientific misconduct. So trimming outliers from a data set without discussing your reasons in a paper. So using an inappropriate statistical technique in order to enhance the significance of your research, and bypassing the paper review process and announcing your result through a press conference without giving paper adequate information to review your work. So these are the similar activities, these are the similar actions we are taking and actions. So conducting a review of the literature that fails to acknowledge contributions of others, and giving the same research project to two graduate students in order to see who can do it the fastest. And overworking, neglecting and exploiting research students. So making some kind of negligence comments or personal attacks in your review of author submissions. So making significant deviations from the research protocols approved by the review board committee or review board without informing the committee members. No protecting, no reporting or any kind of human research experiments and wasting animals in research, exposing students and staff to biological risk, and rejecting a manuscript for publication without even reading it. Without reading it, we are rejecting it. So it's a kind of ethics. So ringing an experiment, so you know how it will turn out. At last, we are saying the ethical review committee decided to take an action. So we are maintaining an ethical standard of practice in research, ensure protection of subject research workers from harm or any kind of exploitations, and to provide reassurance to the public and protect researchers from the unjustified criticisms. So this is the procedure for ethical clearance. Ethical clearance, it must be considered while conducting it. Fill ethical clearance form and attach proposal, questionnaires in form, consent form information, and legally we are submitting. And then when ethical clearance is granted, the data collection can commence or according to the approval or approved methodology. So finally, we are saying that the what should be like this. So element of a review or a number of groups, they are working together, it should be honest to each other. So thank you so much. That's all from my side.